Hey everyone! Recently, a new strategy game called Age of History 3 by Polish developer Lukaszewski came out. Since this game has a Steam workshop, I found a mod there dedicated to Scandinavian Norrvagen. Today I'm going to show you this mod, but before we start, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as it motivates me to release new videos. Thanks! So the mod greets us with various scenarios starting from the Dark Ages and early Middle Ages all the way to the modern world. There is also a campaign called Sweden War for Independence. In the first Dark Ages scenario, we see a completely fragmented Great Britain and Ireland without any remnant Roman civilization. Furthermore, everywhere you look there are Celtic tribes practicing the Asatru religion. Moving on, starting from the year 792, we have access not only to the island, but to the entire north with all these Vikings, Finns and maybe even Slavs. As you can see, all the scenarios differ from each other in some way, yet I notice that regardless of whether I choose 792 or 1367, there's still the same pagan religion everywhere. Meanwhile, in reality, as early as the 4th and 5th centuries AD, Christianity was actively expanding on the islands. Also, from time to time, the same AI-generated portraits appear, but I think all of these cosmetic details will be refined, especially since the game itself was released not so long ago. The Kingdom of England, February 10th, 1066. The Norman invasion of Britain, the Battle of Hastings, and all its repercussions lie on the horizon. Although traditionally dated to October, here we find William I, a Viking descendant already on the throne as early as February. Meanwhile, the northern regions are under the control of an obscure figure whose name even cursory research fails to uncover. In fact, according to English Heritage, February 1066 marks the point at which William was merely beginning to rally his allies, while Earl Harold had already been proclaimed King of England. It's a reminder that game maps and narratives aren't always a reliable study tool for historical events. Hopefully the developers will address these inaccuracies in future updates. As for gameplay, the technology tree remains unchanged, and other than the addition of some new provinces and states, the game mechanics feel largely familiar. With a force of 20,000 at his disposal, King William I starts preparing for war with his northern neighbor. An additional 7,000 troops are recruited to bolster his forces, though Welsh nobles soon disrupt the king's plans. Nonetheless, the army holds strong and overcomes this resistance. Rather than a direct assault on the enemy's similarly sized territory, we pursue a strategic approach. A spy mission is dispatched to assess the strength of the opposing forces while the king allocates funds towards military academy upgrades, allowing for a larger force. Our reconnaissance reveals that the enemy boasts nearly 30,000 warriors, prompting us to escalate hostilities with verbal provocations before formally declaring war. Although the northern ruler quickly finds an ally, the combined forces prove no match for our seasoned commander. After several decisive battles, the formidable northern army is routed, leaving our troops free to occupy and plunder enemy fortresses. However, victory in battle is only the beginning. Consolidating control over these new territories requires substantial resources to restore order and begin the assimilation process. Only after these steps can the territories be considered fully integrated. So this brief playthrough offers an intriguing look at this mod's potential. The concept is promising, though it requires refinements from cosmetic elements like religion to historical map accuracy. What are your thoughts? Is this mod worth exploring further? Let me know if you like a comparative analysis of Britain in this mod versus the original game. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.